I got a can of peas in my fridge.
Can of pea.
Sorry, beans. Beans, not
How'd you?
peas.
I was about to say, how do you fit a canopy in your fridge?
Usually by taking the elephant out.
Ah, gotcha.
Wouldn't that make the elephant be in the room?
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
ignore the elephant in the room.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Hi, hello. This is that infinite nonsense thing, and I'm somebody here with rabbit hat and Gorg 2D.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hello.
What's goody?
yeah. There's the thing today, and hi, hello. That's about it. I haven't started one of these in like 2 months. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest.
You know,
George, you
same
want to
with
tell me?
George.
George, you want George? George has only been a month though.
Me. We took like a
Yeah.
month break and we ended
Well,
up having me host 3 in a row. I think that's
I
2
should clarify.
months.
I should clarify. I meant a month of us recording, like that many episodes.
Yeah, fair.
True.
Yeah, I didn't mean literal time wise. But anyway, George, you want to tell me about your week? You want to tell me how you've been?
I've been pretty good. My week has been pretty no boring, but boring is good, especially with everything going on. So yeah, having a good week.
That's great to hear, buddy. I'm so glad your life is boring, same in, same out. You know,
Yeah.
nothing changing. The blandest individual I've known. Okay, you're not supposed to go silent after that one.
Rabbit, how was your
Eh,
week been?
yeah, no, Rabbit. How's your week?
There I was sitting at my desk and the papers, they keep piling higher and higher as I keep having more and more to do. And I don't know when it'll stop. It's the holidays. The holidays! Oh, and
All right,
I ended
so
up finishing uploading my my files for the job that I finally left. They can now have it all, and I can turn off my computer at night, and I'm not going to be disturbed by my computer anymore while I'm sleeping.
yay.
Nice.
So you were
Nice.
almost the blandest individual I know until you added that second part. You know, you were almost more bland than George. Hard to
Absolutely.
believe. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. Clunk, clunk, clunk. What are we slapping
Uh,
the desk for?
I was
Are you
knocking.
angry?
I was
What are you
knocking.
angry about?
I'm,
Why are
He's
you angry?
angry.
I'm
He's
not.
angry.
I'm not the most
Why,
bland one here.
why are you angry?
Why you angry, Brody?
Why are you angry?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm
You're
not
not.
the most bland here. I need to be the most bland.
Oh, you need to be the most bland. I'm sorry
Hi,
to
how
hear
are you?
that. Hi. How are
I
Man's the most normal, rotund sponge with no holes I've ever seen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. How about you, Some? What have you been up to?
The sky is falling.
Oh no!
Quite literally, yesterday I woke up to part of my ceiling falling in my room.
That's funny.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
God!
the sky is falling.
Some has the
That
most interesting stories.
Yeah, he does.
yeah, like the night before I was looking at it, and I was like, this should make it through the day. The rain should finish, and I should be able to heat this back up and get it dry and take it down normally. Nah, woke up at 9 a.m. right after my normal alarm went off. I woke up
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna go back to bed. 5 minutes later, it.
So it was just saying, nah, you need to wake up.
Yeah, nah, you're waking up right now. Oh, but yeah, no, that was pleasant. And to be fair, I just mean drop down ceiling, like not the actual like proper ceiling. Thank God.
True.
Yeah.
But it's still not good because I mean, there's clearly leaks coming through the ceiling. Yeah. Anyway,
What was
I
that,
had,
Rabbit?
I had to have
He
some
was.
energy drink. I am enjoying it. It's orange flavored.
It's
Oh,
orange
nice.
flavored. I
Mhm.
too like citrus to cure my scurvy.
I do too. Yes. I.
Speaking of I guess it wouldn't be citrusy. Speaking of drinks, though,
Oh, I assumed it was the scurvy.
no, a friend of mine uh, put an idea in my head, and she was like, "Hey, George, you should definitely try these these vodka infused gushers.
This-
You just get
Ugh.
like a couple, like a little like mason jar of gushers. You fill that with vodka, and you let it sit there for like a couple days, and you try it.
So it's just gummy bears but gushers. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Like
I know.
you can take any gelatin based food and just
Yeah,
fucking shove it in vodka and it'll be good. It's fine.
I've never. Well, I've tried gummy bears. I've tried gummy worms. I just haven't tried gushers
And I
infused.
want to be clear here. I do mean pudding can also go in that vodka and it will be good.
Oh, okay.
Fuck off.
Well, actually, I have heard of vodka pudding. I have heard of that. Never tried it though.
Man, you guys are so interesting. I've never done any of this. This is the first time hearing of it.
Well, this is the first I'm hearing of it too. I've always done gummy bears and gummy worms or whatever, but I've never done
That's the
gushers.
first I'm hearing of that.
Really? Yeah, I've never heard of gushers. To be fair, I just that's why I said any gelatinous, like sweet, pretty much.
Gushers are good though. I enjoy.
I recently
gushers.
did gummy bears in Sprite, and then freezing them.
Ooh. How'd that go?
Actually, okay. So it's a very unique texture. I will tell you that, and that was the intent behind it. To be fair, and it right. It was great. It was all right. But yeah,
Okay.
Sprite gummy bears. Shove them in there, and then shove them in the freezer on a thin layer on like a baking sheet on wax paper, and then let them freeze, and then you chow fucking down. Like the
You
little
take a
piggy you
hammer to
are.
them to
Oink
break it
oink, pig
apart?
boy. Oink oink. No,
Oh.
takes a crane to get it out.
A crane?
But again,
what?
Yeah, you lead a cow to the second floor of the school, and then it takes a crane to get it out.
yeah.
Or you put a mattress in the swimming pool. It takes a crane to get it out.
Oh. Okay.
Man doesn't know. George,
No,
do you
no.
know?
No.
George doesn't know. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I
Oh no. Oh no. Um.
I was just gonna say the gushers thing is new to me, and I'm kind of excited to try them.
Yeah, that actually sounds kind of good because gushers are very. I actually really like gushers because the liquidy inside kind of deal. So that
Yeah.
feels like it could be pretty good.
Well, I was imagining people with what you were describing is just filling the gusher with the vodka.
Oh no. You soak them in the vodka, kind of like how
Mm.
someone was saying earlier with the gummy bears or pudding and
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah, when you were
Yeah.
mentioning the gummy bears, I was just like, wait,
Kind of like soaking a tampon with vodka.
huh?
You can do
Oh,
that. Yeah.
George Rabbit doesn't understand.
Yeah. I
I
know.
don't want to know. I don't think I want to know.
Rabbit.
You know,
Rabbit.
no, it's okay. I don't think I want to know.
Rabbit. You know how
So,
you drink alcohol?
no.
You don't drink the tampon.
Okay,
That's
I
it.
was kind of hoping that's the case.
Yeah.
I like how we have to explain this to Rabbit.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can just leave me ignorant.
No, so I think we have to explain it now, Sam.
Yeah, honestly, we do have to explain it. Yeah.
Ah!
The tampon goes up your booty hole, Rabbit. I'm gonna be honest. It goes up your booty hole.
Okay. It's amazing. Oh man. Anyway, I'm really
Anyway,
kind
what?
of excited to see how the vodka is gonna mix with the insides of the gushers, like the liquidy part.
Yeah,
So
that genuinely is intriguing. Yeah. You'll have to tell me how it goes, or I'll have to do it on my own. But that
yeah.
would mean I have to buy vodka.
Oh, I have it soaking right now. Like tonight, I'll probably try one, and I'll just let you know if it's good or not.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna go play video games.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rabbit. Bye. What kind of video games you gonna play today?
Hey, we walk in here, Rabbit. We
We
walk
walk
in
in here.
here.
Come on, come on.
Walking.
Let us do
Okay,
our thing
alright.
here. We're having
I'll-
fun. We're having a good time.
You right. You right. You're having the fun. You're having the good time.
We're having the
right?
fun. Exactly. We're
should-
having
Slim,
the
you know
fun.
I'm
We're
not
having a
editing
good...
out the whole tampon thing, right? I'm gonna keep that in there.
Why would you edit it out? That shit is peak. It's peak humor right there. And I
It's
just
peak
want to know,
humor.
it's peak humor. And speaking of fucking peak, we are once again talking about Game Awards. Game of the Year. We're talking about that shit again.
Yeah, we're back
No,
at it again.
we're back at it. This time, we aren't rating games ourselves. I mean, we are rating games ourselves. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. However, we're just going through the nominees for the Game Awards. That's what we're doing here. We're going through.
The
What the hell are you
nominees
talking
have
about?
been released as of this time. The previous 3 attempts they weren't even released yet.
Yeah. To be fair, the last one they might have been. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going through. We're gonna start here with most anticipated game. Just to be clear here, most anticipated game.
It's behind some's head here. Let me raise.
There's going to be a lot of
There it
talking
is.
from me today, just to be clear, because I am going to be reading off each of these games, just because, well, they deserve their names recognized, and because these two chuckle fucks can't do it for themselves.
How dare
So-
us?
So for most anticipated game, we got that Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Stepping on the beach, doo, 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 doo. And we got Ghost of Yotai.
Ghost of Yotai is what I.
Yo-
Death Stranding
die.
2. Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
Stepping on the beach, doo, doo, doo,
Okay,
doo.
okay. The most anticipated game.
Most
Exactly.
anticipated.
Yeah.
Then we got Grand
not
Theft
out
Auto
yet, but-
6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which... well,
Really,
just-
I would go with that one myself.
I'm just going to say, one of my friends has been anticipating that for a decade.
My brother and I have been anticipating this for quite a while too.
And then we got Monster Hunter Wilds, which...
I
Personal
know where
favorite.
my
Overrated
bet
game.
is.
Overrated game.
Overrated, totally overrated.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. Monster Hunter is literally the same game every game. I don't understand why people get excited for it.
Metroid Prime is the same game every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so is Grand
but-
Theft Auto. Death Stranding 2 will not be any different, I'm sorry to tell you.
Well,
It's
no,
gonna be
what
a
I'm saying
walking
is
simulator.
Monster Hunter has had like 15 installments or 10 like games of the same thing though. That's the
It
issue.
is the
It's like Call of
same-
Duty.
It's the same concept as Pokemon, actually. Call of Duty, not so
Yeah.
much, because Call of Duty doesn't do the gimmicks. They just release the same game every fucking time.
Yeah. The only
Pokemon does
difference is the
gimmicks.
4 hours of gameplay of a story, and then you're
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pokemon there's the gimmicks. There have been the Mega Evolutions, the Gigantamax. They started doing that. Monster Hunter did the same thing. They've started adding gimmicks in. Like last time, Monster Hunter Rise was the fucking Wireflies. Like
Yeah.
they add little gimmicks to make the game more unique. Like they had Palamutes as well, which was really fun. Not useful in any way, but fun. So yeah,
I played
I do
played
think
Worlds.
they follow that
That's pretty good.
same concept of there is something unique to each game at this point. Like this one's going to be much more open world.
Question
than
mark?
The previous
in
ones.
world.
Yeah, that's the funny part. It's going to be more open world than Monster Hunter World. Anyway, so is that safe to assume you're going with Death Stranding there, George?
Yeah, I've been a huge Kojima fan. I've always been since Metal Gear Solid. So
I'm going
Yeah.
with
That's completely fair. I never played the first Death Stranding. I need to try that out.
now I will
Okay.
say though, it's not like it's a game that is very different. Like it's not a Kojima game that a lot of people were expecting. I was expecting it to be a little bit more Metal Gear esque, but it was completely different. I will say though,
it's
it
a
has an
Stranding
interesting
type game, brother. It's a new
Yeah, it's a
genre.
Stranding. It was the story was really well done, but it does take a little bit of time to get through it all. It is very time consuming to play, just because of everything you have to do. But I think the story is really good. But again, not
Don't
many
move me
people
like that.
might like it. It's
Too
not
bad.
everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. So, but yeah, no, it was I liked it, but I hope you do
That's
too soon.
wonderful.
If you don't, that's fine.
I want to try it. I just
Yeah.
don't have it. So, no.
I want the
My
dragons,
biggest
though.
holdback. My biggest
I just-
holdback. I don't own the game.
I would
Oh,
I would love to
and
see
none of your-
Rabbit play it.
Death Stranding 1?
Yeah, just because you're gonna get stuck on certain parts that I know.
I do
It's like
have
the-
it in my list of plans for the coming year. So, you know.
Rabbit, you're gonna be like, this
Yay.
fucking ladder won't go up, bro. Why won't it go up?
It will prove my point to everyone out there in the world. Ladders are evil.
Oh my god.
So I just
Yeah.
wanted to see if anybody in my Steam Family Share had it. So I typed in Death.
There's
You
a lot
know,
of
'cause
death games.
Death Stranding. Yeah, but the problem one is Kawaii Desu Desu.
Desu
Okay.
Desu.
All right.
Yes. Anyway, that's all I wanted to acknowledge on that. Please get that off of my Steam page right now.
All right. Are we switching over to the
What-
next one?
We're moving to best adaptation, which is TV shows. If you haven't watched any of these, it's kind of like pointless.
Oh,
Okay. Let's see. Have not.
Christy's told me
watched-
about Arcane.
I was gonna
she
say
said
I've heard
watch-
phenomenal things about Arcane.
Yeah, she loves that thing.
I heard about
I never
Knuckles when it
watched it.
came out. I heard Fallout was bullshit.
Fallout sucked of what I've heard too. I never watched it. I watched Knuckles. I like Knuckles.
I heard a
and I'm
mixed feelings about
Yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah, that's about the same for me too.
Yeah. And then
But
I heard
I like
some
Knuckles.
okay stuff about Knuckles. Didn't watch it myself. Meant to, didn't. And then the other two, no comment.
Like a Dragon
Yeah.
Yakuza was a thing released. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like no
It's a
comment.
show,
I
yeah.
didn't even know that existed. And then the Tomb Raider one. I mean,
Eh,
I don't have Netflix.
The best
I don't. have
Tomb Raider was
Netflix either.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I heard that they changed some character concepts from the game. to
Oh
show.
yeah, I remember. Yeah. That has a negative opinion for me, mostly just from hearsay. So I don't actually know
Yeah.
because again, never played
And
Tomb
it
Raider
could have been
either.
played off very well in the series.
Yeah,
but
that's
I have no
that's-
idea.
yeah. I say Arcane. I
I
already
would vote
on it.
Arcane. Yeah, everyone who I've talked to
it's
about
either
Arcane, they love it.
Arcane or Knuckles for me because
Yeah.
I mean,
My
Uh,
personal thing is Knuckles, but you can pick Arcane. Yeah.
I was gonna say, literally you are voting if you're voting. Like it's
Yeah,
you, Rabbit.
pick what
click
you
your
want.
I
click
know,
your button.
I know. I don't Fallout.
Click
with
your
Knuckles.
choice.
He picks Fallout.
See, here's my problem. Where's the Borderlands movie, you son of a bitch? That should be on.
Shut the
Okay,
fuck up,
you know what?
Sam.
No.
That movie was awful, dude.
That
I need
was
to watch
probably
it. I wanna watch
the
it.
worst movie, and like not even a so bad it's good from what I'm hearing. It's just so
Yeah, it's
bad
awful.
it's even worse.
It's awful.
I need to watch
I'll
it.
give
I'm
it to
not gonna lie.
Arcane for the people that
There you
have been
go.
enjoying the
There you go.
series. For a second, I thought this was gonna be like Sonic 2 or something like that, or Sonic 3, but I didn't even know Knuckles existed as a
Yeah,
standalone
it was
series.
a show.
I
Yeah, it
was
was
gonna
a
say, I
show.
think this was specifically meant to be series anyway, so that's why Borderlands is not on there.
Yeah, Christy's gonna be happy about Arcane being voted.
Yeah, oh,
Sure.
well,
Shut up about that dang show.
maybe I don't know if Like a Dragon Yakuza is a series because it might be just a movie. Have to look that up.
Television series.
Oh, it's a television series.
Yes. Apparently, it has not been met with good reviews.
Oh. Yeah, there's not enough karaoke, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a 6-episode series, so
Not
I
enough
think
water.
the same length as Knuckles.
Not enough water. Like the new ones are gonna have for Yakuza games.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to burn out every single Yakuza game now. Just in
Yeah.
anticipation of that.
Okay. Yeah. I think
Annoying.
Arcane's a good vote. Yeah.
Arcane's a good vote. Yeah.
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 Again, it was that or Knuckles pretty much for me too.
Fair.
But the problem with a lot of these votes is like a lot of people don't play all these games, so they just vote for the one they played. Anyway, we want to move on to the next category, fellas. up
No.
to best multiplayer with Call of Duty Black Ops
Super
6.
Mario Party Jamboree.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Helldivers 2, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine
Oh, this is
2.
a tough one. This is a real tough one.
This actually is the only one that I think really doesn't belong up here at all, is fucking Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken 8. I mean, I have a friend who's obsessed with it, but
I'm going to
admits
tell
it's
you
not
now,
should be up there.
it is the same volume of Call of Duty. I don't
Yeah.
think either of those particularly belong up here. It's the
Yeah.
same game. Don't get me wrong.
I
There's
agree.
new combos. There's new characters. Whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
but
a fighting
in terms
game.
of
It is the
best
same.
multiplayer.
The multiplayer is the same thing.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
true.
it. It's the same multiplayer.
Very true.
Super Mario Party Jamboree had that whole like you can play up to 12 people thing. That's at least something new going for it.
But the thing is though, that's
Like, up to
very
22,
gimmicky though. Like
I
it's
mean,
very.
regardless, it's.
I was gonna say
new
it's still something
concept.
It is
new.
new. Yeah, I will say. Yeah.
I mean,
And then
It is new.
Helldivers
just because
2,
it's gimmicky doesn't mean it's bad.
Look. They didn't include Diddy Kong, so that's an immediate no for me. All right. Mario Party Jamboree did not include Diddy Kong. That's on
I never got
Nintendo.
to play Mario Party with you guys.
Do you have the games? Oh, you don't have the games. Get out of your
No, because I'm a broke ass. What do you not understand?
Oh, okay.
Tekken
yeah,
8, I don't care about fighting games per
I
se.
think we all have the same opinion on Helldivers, though. Do we?
it's ass.
Okay, never mind. We don't. Anyway,
No, I genuinely think it's pretty solid.
I just wish that didn't have to deal with that Sony shit. Like, I really wish
that really tanked the opinion of the game really
Yeah.
badly.
Yeah.
even though it doesn't affect the gameplay, it's a solid game. I love it. It's just that around it just has that negative aura about
I've
it.
heard
which
a lot
sucks.
of good things about Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
But
I've heard good things,
for,
but it
for me, I can't give it my vote because I haven't played it.
Okay, that's fair.
that boils it down to I can only
Black
vote
Ops
for
6.
Helldivers.
No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna
Well, I
put
mean,
Black
you
Ops
can-
6.
You can pick whatever you want, but for my
I think I
criteria,
voted
I've
for
played Super Mario
Mario.
Jamboree, I've played Black Ops 6, I've played Helldivers 2.
You
I
played
don't
Black
care
Ops 6? And you didn't
Yeah, with
invite
Pat.
me?
Yeah,
It
Pat.
was a random spur of the moment thing on a Wednesday, and Pat and Disguised Fox joined Otter and I.
Wow.
I know, right?
Specifically excluded every single time. It's so horrible.
No,
You
but
can think that.
my personal vote here is probably Helldivers 2, regardless of the whole thing that what
Honestly,
happened.
yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Helldivers is pretty solid. It was a breath of fresh air for a wacky, funny game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, the next category is my favorite.
Best
Best
sports
sports.
/ racing game.
2K14 WWE. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna say right now, don't care.
Yeah, I have no caring on any of this. George,
Brody,
this is
top
your
spin.
show if you want to vote for one of these.
Nah, college football's not up there, so fuck them. But
All right,
I will
next
say,
category. Smile.
no,
What-
pick
what
a vote a
company?
WWE.
WWE. Sure, you know what?
It's got The Rock on the picture, bro.
Does it got The Rock on the picture?
Yeah, on the right, him doing with the glasses and
Oh,
purple.
yeah,
Oh my
there he is.
god, it do
Young
got The
Rock.
Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson and
Is
John
that
Cena on the
fucking
left.
Is that Andre the Giant?
Yeah, Andre the Giant and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who?
You know what? Fair is fair.
And that
Yeah,
it's not Savage.
Randy Savage.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected some sort of like other racing games or something like that came
Yeah.
out, but
F124.
yeah.
Yeah, I voted for Top Spin 2K25.
It's fucking
The
tennis game.
Yeah. Mostly just because,
Maybe-
well,
Does that have a VR support?
Oh god.
Because if it does, then maybe better, just because you're able to actually exercise while playing it.
Dude, that'd be so cool if you could just do VR tennis. I'm pretty sure there is a game that you could do that, but yeah.
It's called Wii Sports at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Wii Sport.
Ricola.
Yeah, Wii
Thank
Sports
you.
was the
Best
best
sim
sporting
strategy.
game.
Oh man, Rabbit, you got it. You know what you got to pick because you watched me
Okay.
play one of them.
All right, let's see here. We got Unicorn Overlord, Manor Lords, Kunitsu Game, Path of the Goddess, Frostpunk 2, and Age of Mythology Retold.
Rabbit, you know which one to pick. You've
Thank you,
watched me
Rabbit,
play
for
one of
reading them
them.
off. I adore you.
You're welcome. But wait, which one did I watch you play?
Manor
You watched
Lords,
him play
the one-
Manor Lords because
Oh God,
I made a
Rob.
I remember making a Nuzlocke joke.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, this was the other day. Soon we were just chilling in the VC, and then
Oh,
I
you
was
just recently. Oh boy.
no. And then Rabbit was pissed off because the farmer.
George
He
kept
was
calling
tilling-
the farmer me, and he was tilling the gigantic farm field. It took him literal months to go around in a circle as he's plowing the field with one ox, no help, not doing it the more efficient back and forth. He was going up the center, going down, go around, and just kind of spiral outward. And it's just like, oh my God.
Manor
He
Lords
did
got to be Manor
fine.
Lords, bro. Game
He
of the
did
century.
fine.
You
Yeah,
got it
see,
done.
this one is between Frostpunk and Unicorn Overlord for me. I genuinely,
Yeah, I can't say anything, Rabbit. You can pick whatever you want, but I've only played Manor Lords.
I've
I-
not played any of these things. I've watched
Manor Lords
George
it
play
is.
Manor Lords, and I know of Frostpunk because of Markiplier, honestly.
I just know you can turn Frostpunk City into Epstein's Island. I do know that.
What?
What the
I have to. Damn it, Zoom! I have to edit that out, you son of a bitch. What minute is this? This is minute. Hold on. My recording.
Mine is
Minute
at the 27-minute
32.
mark.
Oh, you're 27.
I'm
My
sorry.
32. Okay.
I'm not allowed to say that name.
No, it's just. Anyway, Zoom, are you recording?
No, fuck you.
Okay.
I told you several
know.
sessions ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll just pick
You get
Frostpunk.
you get to suffer the consequences.
I
Okay,
suffered
that's
at the hands of Manor Lords mentally, and I didn't even play it.
Yeah, and then Unicorn Overlord, I actually haven't gotten to play it yet.
Rabbit was
It's
so
for the
mad.
Switch.
So funny.
At least it was only for the Switch. I don't know if it's available on PC, because if it is, I will buy that before I buy Mario Party.
That's so
Fair.
funny.
Okay, so I typed in unicorn, and apparently there's a game called I Commissioned Some Unicorns, and that's terrifying to me.
I commissioned some.
I commissioned the unicorns.
Yes, unicorn. Anyway, you ready for the best family game, guys? You ready to move on for the best family-oriented game? Which is Astrobot,
the
Princess Peach
Plucky
Showtime.
Squire.
Plucky Squire. I keep hearing about the Plucky Squire. No idea what it is.
I want to play it.
I
The
want
heck?
And then
play
Zelda
it
and
too.
Mario Party. I specifically do not want to.
Mario Party Jamboree best family game have the divides family. What are you talking about?
About to say.
I was gonna say that is like the only family game here. Maybe Plucky Squire. I don't know.
I
Plucky
think
Squire.
it's supposed to be like family friendly game, not
Mhm.
necessarily like.
Oh yeah, it's meant to be family friendly, not.
Let's screw over
family
Nintendo and pick Plucky Squire.
Why not vote for Astrobot then?
You know why? You know
Because
why?
George hates Astrobot. I know.
I can't have Astro. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It has to win Game of the Year. That's the stipulation for the bet.
Nah, George hates
That's true.
Astrobot.
That's true.
Also, wait,
Because-
there's a bet going on.
So
There's
okay,
a bet
me
going
and
on.
yeah, me and Christy have a bet. Like if Astrobot wins, I have to gift her 20 subs to her Twitch channel. If Astrobot loses, no. It's funny because I already lost. If Dragon Ball Sparking Zero won Game of the Year, I get 20 gifted subs, but didn't get me nominated, so I lose no matter what. I lose or draw. Actually,
I was gonna say you lose or draw. You
yeah,
lose or
I can't
draw.
win.
Womp womp,
So
brother.
yeah, I haven't
Womp
asked her.
womp.
Like, hey, I was asking her, hey, can I switch the bet to Black Myth Wukong? She's like, no. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm
Suffer.
screwed. Yep.
Suffer,
So I
George.
needed to lose.
Suffer.
I needed to lose.
I need you to lose.
So
All right,
I
vote
want to.
Astrobot then.
It's like
I
I
did.
want to play the Princess Peach
And-
Showtime. I want to play the Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. I want to play the Plucky Squire, and I am very curious about how I would fare with Astrobot. But that will be the most expensive game if I tried to get it, because I got to
Yeah.
buy a whole new system that I don't own to be able to play it.
You want me to mail you my copy of Legend of Zelda?
No, I can
No?
I
Okay.
can afford it myself. I'm good.
Fuck you. Waving your money in my face like that. What the hell, brother?
I
What
mean,
the hell?
it pays to have a job sometimes.
Quite literally, huh?
Yeah, quite literally. I'm gonna pick. I'll pick the Plucky Squire.
Yeah,
I
Plucky
played Zelda
Squire.
because it's the only one I played. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. That's fair.
And because honestly, I think it was a great spin on the game.
What's
Again, I
Zelda's?
want to play it. I do want to play the Princess Peach Showtime because I'm very curious. I haven't seen anyone really talk
I
about it or play
Forgot
it.
about it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
just
instantly.
it. I am so curious because I got interested in the concept where it's
Yeah.
stage plays and Princess Peach's power ups are basically the different dress attire for the genres, and it's like, okay, I could get behind that. What's it like? And then it comes out and disappears. It's like, what happened? That's my logic as to why I want to play it. And again, I want to play Astrobot, but I don't
But
own a
it's
PS5.
so expensive.
Yeah, I have to buy a freaking PS5 to play this game, and I don't know if
Yeah.
I want to shell out that money.
So this is gonna be tie into a little bit later when we get to the other ones, but I do believe Astrobot's a DLC or a glorified DLC to Astro's Playroom, because that's the original thing that you could have played with on PlayStation 5 when you first got it. But the thing is, it got so popular they made its own spin-off game, which I view as just DLC.
I would argue sequel because it's not
Sequel?
part of the other game.
Okay.
Because it's like that's like saying Half-Life 2 is DLC to Half-Life 1.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, moving on to the next category. George, this will be your favorite.
God,
If you don't vote, Rabbit, if you do not vote for Sparking Zero right now, Brody.
Multiverses?
You and me.
You're saying multiverses?
I'm going to find out where you're at, and I want to fly over there.
Personal response here is, in fact, Grand Blue Fantasy Rise.
I'm gonna punch you some. I'm going to punch you, Brody.
Do it, Daddy.
Rabbit, please
Yeah.
vote for
Oh,
Sparking
boy.
Zero.
Yeah.
Please vote Sparking
Try
Zero.
me,
You've actually
George.
played Sparking
Try
Zero. What are
me.
you talking about?
Hold on. So I'm giving my logic here. Tekken 8, haven't played, don't care about Tekken 8 or Tekken in general. Multiverses, it's a Smash Brothers
Trash
clone.
game.
I was gonna say it's a
don't
party
care.
game. It doesn't belong on fighting game. I'm not
I was
gonna
about
lie.
to say, yeah, I agree with some. Yeah.
Wait, is it a party game? I thought it was like Smash Brothers, where it's a fighting
Yes, which
game.
is also a party game.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it could fit in the fighting game genre
It
too.
is
technically.
technically
It is a
fighting, but it is a
fighting game.
party
It's just
game.
Yeah, it's a more than 2-player fighting game.
It is a party game.
I don't know if I would call it party game, but okay. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. That's just the old games being brought to light. No. You don't deserve it. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I never heard of you.
What the fuck, dude?
What do you mean? What the fuck?
Dude has never heard of the best fighting game of the year.
You're right. I haven't heard
Absolutely
of that. So
problem.
I'm picking Sparking Zero.
Absolute problem, man.
I have friends that have played it. I've played it, and
You have friends who have played Grand Blue?
no one talked about it. I didn't know
Sparking
until just
Zero
now
is
that
the
you
only
played
true
it.
vote.
Man,
sorry, Sam. I'm so
you
sorry.
never asked. I don't like talking about myself. You know that.
I know. I just don't like fighting games.
Yeah, neither do I.
Rabbit, we still gotta play against each other in Sparking Zero, Brody. I'm waiting.
Yin, you'll probably still be waiting.
This is what happens to me with fighting games. Is it's like oh, all my friends are playing it. I want to play it too. And then I play for 2 hours and I'm like, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little boring or too
Yeah,
difficult or whatever.
I like fighting games. I really do, but it just isn't for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Completely fair.
I don't mind watching fighting games, but if you try to get me to understand what's actually happening, person hitting other person, it looks very
Yeah.
anime as hell.
Yeah, yeah, it really is just
I looked down on like Rabbit's little scene thing on his OBS. Look at his scenes. It says start and then it says bro start.
Wait, what?
It's like he's yelling at himself. It's like start, bro, start.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's like he's yelling at
I
himself.
have
I'm sorry. I just
have
noticed
3 different starting screens, all right? For my streams. There's the GM squad one, there's the brother playing one, and then there's my solo one. So solo is just start, the brother playing one is
Oh.
bro, start.
No, I know. It just looks like it's yelling. You're yelling at yourself.
Yeah.
That's why it caught me off
Yeah.
Oh, what else
All
is
right.
new?
Next category.
Next category, indeed, we got best RPG, which hands
Okay.
down here, hands
Ooh.
down goes to Metaphor Refantasio. Because
that
we've
good
got
soon?
game that had okay standing, then we have DLC, we have a remake that is doing okay story-wise. As
I don't
an
know if that's
RPG, it
remake.
sucks.
I don't know if this is really remake because they
That-
changed a lot.
Remake, not remaster. Re-fucking make. I said remake, I meant remake. That it still is doing well story-wise. Do not get me wrong, but it is not best RPG contender.
Well, I was
I'm
thinking,
still
like,
waiting for
it's
Final
a
Fantasy VIII
completely
remake.
different.
And then like a
thing.
Dragon Infinite Wealth, but I mean that's pretty good too.
Okay.
Is
But
Metaphor
no.
really that good of a game?
No,
I have-
absolutely not. It does nothing fantastic. It has it does nothing RPG fantastic. Great music, neat character designs, but it's the same thing.
Gotcha.
Metaphor
It-
Refantasio?
Yeah,
I've been hearing only good things about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good game. It is a good game, but it is
I mean, I'll give it to them. I mean,
the same problem I have with a lot of RPGs. Sadly, I love RPGs. Do not get me wrong.
that's
So
all you
much
stream
text.
these days, isn't it?
So much text. Yes, it is all I stream these days. So much text.
Yeah, it's all the better to stream because you can then voice act it out. Easy.
Yeah, it's very fun. But yeah, no, it does. It is a good game from everything I have seen and heard. I just don't think 2 of these in the middle deserve to be here. Even though Final Fantasy Rebirth is a pretty massive remake, like they're redoing the story entirely, pretty much at this
Yeah,
point.
it's like a multiverse kind of thing where the story does not even line up at all
Yeah.
anymore.
But that's I don't know. I just don't think it belongs up here for reasons.
I mean, I'm fine with Rebirth because it's changed enough
that is completely fair.
that it is basically a different game just with the same characters. But something like Metroid, the Metroid Prime one that came out, that remake where they changed the graphics and stuff, very little to nothing has really changed about it. It is the same game. Should not be there.
Also, Dragon's Dogma 2 just sucks ass. There were some good things going for it. Still sucks ass.
I wonder
gonna
if
say
those
it.
some farting words for Wolf.
Like
Because I know
what?
he played it. That's about all I know.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he loved Dragon Dogma, so.
Yeah, but I don't know about Dragon Dogma 2 if he liked that or not.
Oh, yeah. I don't know either. I know he played it, but yeah.
Anyway, George, which one you want to vote for?
Can we all
given
agree
no
that,
opinion-
that Elden Ring should not be in any categories this year?
Correct.
It's a DLC.
I was going to
it's
say
literally a
correct.
DLC.
This has not been.
Best game continuation is where it should be.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not a thing.
But not Game of the Year. It should not be Game of the Year contending. It's a fucking DLC.
Should it be best RPG contending?
No.
No.
It's a DLC.
I agree.
Of a
I
was gonna
continued
say-
game.
I
Nobody
agree.
is arguing that it should be here. Literally no one, George.
No, I'm just calling out Otter because he's the one that supports it.
Oh, does he actually?
Oh,
I mean,
he
yeah.
just likes the game and he really wants it to
Yeah.
win again. That's
Yeah.
and now they gave an excuse for it to win again.
my only opinion
not-
here is it's not against the rules. I'm not going to argue with it. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah,
Same.
same here.
Same.
Okay, yeah, but I picked Metaphor Refantasia because I have not played any of the other games. I like Final Fantasy, but I like 8 better than 7, so I give it to Metaphor as well.
That's great. Next category, Best Action Adventure. Astrobot, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, which also should not be here.
Hey, Rabbi,
Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda. Again.
Wait, Silent Hill 2's action adventure?
because you're adventuring through the Silent Hill.
Technically,
Rabbi.
yes, it is action adventure, yeah.
And you're also shooting stuff, so yeah.
If it was in horror, I might give it to it, but I don't
It
know
still
about
doesn't
action
belong in
adventure.
horror either.
Yes, it does.
It's
No,
not a
it
horror
doesn't.
game.
It is
It's
the
a family-friendly
remaster
game.
problem. It is the remaster problem. It does not belong here.
Oh, that's what he was going with. I was going to say family friendly.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know how much is really different with
Not
Silent Hill
much.
2.
Not
Not
much.
much. They took out some scenes and
They
redundant
changed
parts.
how
but-
characters appear in Sorry as well.
They
but
they
that's it.
also changed the cinematics and how the game ultimately
Yeah.
plays because it's not
Yep.
it's not the Resident Evil.
They also
still
ruined
camera
the fucking
thing.
fog. They ruined the fog.
The
Did
fog.
they? I thought it fog was
Oh,
fine.
oh, they ruined it.
Pyramid
It is meant to
Head.
be vision blocking, not slightly obscuring. I
I
will
So-
fight
mean,
this.
I would say out of all these, oh man, I don't.
Honestly, I've only played the Zelda game, and I actually adored the Zelda game. So
I'll go with the Zelda. I haven't heard anything. I haven't ever heard about Prince of Persia.
yeah,
To be quite honest.
I was told about it at one point, and then kind of just left my mind because I don't care about Prince of Persia that much.
Yep.
Yeah, I was told that it was good and back to the basics for Prince of Persia kind of thing, but
Right.
a lot of people didn't like it because they remember the 3D Prince of Persias and they're like, "Oh,
Right.
why did they downgrade to 2D?" It's like, this is how it started. What do
Why'd
you
they
mean?
downgrade to 2D Assassin's Creed for the PlayStation Portable? You want to
Yeah.
tell me about that?
I mean, PlayStation Portable versus the console makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I know. I actually really enjoyed I enjoyed that game. Do not get me wrong. Actually, was that the PlayStation Portable or was that the Nintendo DS? Might have been the DS that I'm thinking of. Either way,
And if I went with my standard of I only played this game, then Silent Hill 2 would get it from me. But
yeah,
I don't care
but
that much.
I would judge you horrendously for that.
Well, it's just because I didn't play any of the other games.
Yeah, I'd still judge you.
Yeah, you can judge me.
I will.
Maybe I should go
I will.
Astrobot.
Just like I'm judging these games right here, right now, in this next category called Best Action Game, straight up.
All right.
Oh.
Wukong is
the
good.
only. I was gonna say we got Wukong, we got Stellar Blade, we got Warhammer, we got Helldivers, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is still.
I mean, it is an
Sorry.
action game. That
It
is
is.
true.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm just here like it's nothing new is the thing.
I'm
still.
torn
It's still-
between
Of course not. Yeah.
Helldivers and Black Myth Wukong.
See, I'm here for Stellar Blade and Stellar Blade alone. I'm gonna be honest.
Stellar Blade was good.
I-
I've heard good things about Stellar Blade.
I'm voting for Helldivers here.
Okay.
Action-
I'll second the Helldiver vote.
Like I am voting for Helldivers.
Yep.
Haven't played Stellar Blade. I need to
Yeah.
install Black Myth Wukong so I can play it.
Helldivers,
By the way-
for an action game, does very well, especially for the multiplayer aspect of it, because
Yeah.
it doesn't make it feel bad if you're playing with
Yep.
someone else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea about Space Marines 2. Again, I hear it's good. Stellar Blade, same thing.
Yeah, I haven't played Stellar Blade. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have any interest in it
Wait
either.
a minute. Never mind.
What?
Never
I'm
mind.
waiting.
Ignore me.
No. Go on.
Ignore me.
I
Spout
will
your
say something
piece.
else you need to censor.
Go to the next category.
I will say something else I need to censor if you don't tell me. Right now.
Nothing.
All right, next category. Best VR AR game. Arizona Sunshine Remake, which in its name does not belong here. Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Hellsinger VR, and
Metro Awakening.
which is probably my pick, considering I have played
Ooh.
none of these. Smile.
I've never played any of these either. I like the Batman Arkham series. I've heard good things about the Metro series. The other three I
I-
know nothing about.
I
Despite the fact that I
played
do
the-
have Arizona Sunshine original.
I played the first or the default Arizona Sunshine. I think I even played Arizona Sunshine 2.
There's a second one?
I'm pretty sure.
Sure that's
Yeah.
not the remake?
Yeah, no, there's Arizona Sunshine 2 and Arizona Sunshine Remake.
Okay.
I have not played 2, by the way.
I'm going with Batman just because Batman. I got nostalgia feels for the Arkham series.
That's fair. George, I'm assuming you're not voting because no VR AR
Nope.
capabilities.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, George is a weak little bitch. Best mobile game. Best mobile game.
Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves.
That is actually on there, yeah. I'm voting Balatro just because, well, I adore Balatro. And it's not gotcha bullshit.
Respect to that.
Like literally the only non-gotcha thing up here, I'm voting for it.
You know, I kind of have to second that. I'm going with
But it is also just a fantastic game in its own
Balatro.
right and does deserve it even aside from that. Wuthering Waves looks good, runs like shit. Same with Zenless Zone Zero. It doesn't run like shit, but it's very bouncy. I like the animations for it. It's great.
That's fair.
AFK Journey, never played it. Gotcha.
Never played AFK Journey.
Pokemon TCG Pocket, it's fun opening packs, but gotcha. And it also isn't very much of a game aside from that. Like, honestly, the actual card game of it is just boring.
Bare bones, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the funny thing is I've played AFK Journey, I've played Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, I've played Wuthering Waves, I've played Zenless Zone Zero, and I'm still picking Balatro because it's also nominated for Game of the Year. So if
Side
it's not
note-
going to get Game of the Year, it's got to get something.
Side note on Balatro. Balatro actually beat out Minecraft on paid apps for, I believe, the iPhone recently.
Wow.
On their, like, paid apps. I don't quite know how it works. Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably just a chart of how many games are making
I believe it
how
was
much
iPhone
money.
that it beat it on.
I think iPhone is the only one that releases that for the mobile stuff. I don't think Android
Yeah.
has a list.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. But yeah, that was cool to learn. And also it like only recently came to mobile, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of getting it on mobile because
It is definitely a game that is very conducive to playing on mobile versus other games that are a bit more difficult.
like
Every single one here. Like every single one here that isn't Pokemon TCG, or I guess AFK Journey is probably fine.
Yeah, AFK Journey is a turn-based game, very similar.
Yeah, I've realized it would probably be fine because I played Wait, is AFK Journey the one I'm thinking of? Actually, I might have played that.
AFK Journey is the one that came after AFK Arena.
I played Arena.
Yeah, I mean, they're both very much in a similar vein where if you want to get materials to level up stuff, you could just wait long amounts of time. But,
yeah. Anyway, we already know George is voting Wuthering Waves because George as well. George.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
It's the only one out of the 5 that I've played.
And then we can move on to best debut indie game.
All right. NMOL.
All right. Best debuted indie game. I've heard a lot of good things about Pacific Drive, and I want to play it. Man of the Lords has given me unreasonable amounts of anger. Plucky Squire, I do want to try that out, but I haven't played it.
We should play Plucky Squire.
I need to play because I mean it's being nominated all over the place here.
It's a good
Animal
game.
Well is a good game. Animal Well is very well done.
Okay, so I want to be clear here. The thing with Balacho is the only similarity it actually has to poker is the hands. It is a game that decided to do something. It does it exceedingly well. And if the gameplay is not for you, please remember, it doesn't make it a bad game.
Yes, it does. The fuck? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
the only reason
That-
why it makes it a bad game is because the developers are all up in arms that it's nominated for best game of the year.
Oh, I am so pissed about people who are like upset that it's in the Game of the Year nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are targeting it and Elden Ring at the same time, and it's like, brother, no.
Elden Ring makes sense though because it's DLC.
Yeah, do not attack the card game for being good, please. Like, it deserves its place up there. Because
I do agree. Liar's Bar should win.
Liar's Bar should be shot. Anyway, what are you two voting for here?
Animal Well.
Yeah, I'm voting Animal Well. As
Alright,
much
well,
as
I'm
I
going
would
with-
like to vote Pacific
I'm going
Drive,
Pacific Drive. Yeah,
I haven't.
I
I don't have any experience with it.
I fucking adored it. Oh my god,
Yeah, I have a feeling
That
I would
game-
too.
spoke to me.
Ah, God, you're making me want to play it more. I need to play it.
It is so fun, man. I am so glad I heard about it when I did to start playing it because it felt like the kind of game I love where it's just there's shit going on. You don't have to interact with any of it.
Oh,
But also, like, it's so cool. It's all so cool. And when I say you don't have to, I mean you can physically avoid literally everything. Why would you want to do that? I don't know.
well, because you just want to get to the end of the game. Easy.
But yeah, it's a really good game.
I first heard about it from Chanerator Gaming playing it.
Not me playing it, you son of a bitch.
No, you were the second person I heard of
Yeah.
I
playing
saw
it.
Soon play at Pacific Drive. Yeah.
I loved Pacific Drive. I really did.
Yeah. Looked
Yeah,
fun and
I was
interesting.
just saying the first person that I heard from it. Some was the second.
I liked slamming my car in the rear and making it honk.
Next category.
Best
Best
independent
independent-
game.
Animal Well.
Balatro.
Balatro,
Like-
Lorelei and the Laser Eye.
Yeah,
Eyes?
I have
What?
only heard about Lorelei and the Laser Eyes in the past like 2 weeks.
What a name.
This is
for
the
a
first
game.
I'm hearing of it. What?
Yeah, I
Never.
don't know. I don't know why I suddenly heard of it in like the last 2 weeks. I need to look into what it is because it kind of sounds like I might play it. I don't know. I don't know what Neva is. UFO 50 is actually pretty cool. It follows the same vein of just it's a bunch of mini games essentially.
Yeah.
UFO 50 is huge, and honestly, it probably deserves it. The win, I mean, for this.
What is UFO 50? I haven't.
It's a
heard
bunch
of
of
this game
mini
until
games.
now.
It is a bunch of like smaller miniature games, essentially, like older school games. I can't think of any that it would be.
I like the art style for UFO 50.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
art style is really nice.
Yeah, that's just the
Wow.
cover art, man.
I mean, that's what I mean of the cover. I like that.
Yeah,
art style.
I like the art style for the cover too, but yeah, UFO 50 is a bunch of mini games. It's $50. It's $25. It's I don't even know how to describe this, honestly.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes came out in May.
Jesus.
I didn't know that game came out.
Neither
I didn't know.
did
Like I
I
said,
didn't know it existed till now.
Yeah, I didn't know it
When
came
did-
out in May.
When did UFO 50 come out?
September 18th.
Oh, okay. So that was a September release. So it's a little more understandable why I didn't hear of that one.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes seems like something I'd do for a fucking Fricked Up Friday kind of thing. Fricked Up Friday!
And Neva came out October 15th. Okay, so that's the newest one that came out.
never.
I knew about Neva through Gamescom, I think it was.
Never heard of it.
But that's the most I knew of it. The art style looked really cool.
I was gonna say, it looks kind of neat.
Well, I'm gonna have to go
Yay.
with Animal Well just because I've played
Spider
it all the
Cat.
way through, and it is stylistically amazing. It's a Metroidvania that is very well done, and
Yep.
yeah, I
All
I
right,
like the game.
we're gonna start going faster.
All right,
Best community
Helldivers.
support. We got Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky. This year for community support, honestly, it's probably got to go to Helldivers 2. As odd as it is, and
Yeah.
despite the whole PSN thing, they have
I'm
done
gonna hate-
huge things for the community.
I hate
Baldur's
the fact
Gate-
that Fortnite might win though. That's the
Baldur's
thing.
Gate 3 has done things for the community. Do not get me wrong. They have not done a whole lot, all in all. I mean, they have done a lot. Do not get me wrong. But comparatively, they have not been consistent and things like that, where Helldivers has been. Like, where they've just been
Right.
pound, 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 pound. You
Yeah.
know? And then Fortnite just sucks. They've done one good thing this year.
It was like add 3 new game modes.
They've done one good thing this year, and it's
They
called
might win,
merging
but
the battle
for all the
passes.
wrong reasons.
Oh, interesting. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Best ongoing.
Best ongoing.
Helldivers.
None of these. They're all bad. Helldivers also, I agree. We've got Fortnite, we've got Destiny 2, we've got Diablo 4, Final Fantasy again, and yeah, Helldivers.
Don't
Helldivers.
care. It's all right.
Destiny 2 is actually bad because it's ongoing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Diablo 4, never played it, never want to. Fuck Blizzard.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 14, don't care. Played it once. It's an MMO. Congratulations.
And then Fortnite's Fortnite.
Fortnite's Fortnite. And then Games
You
for
mean the guy
Impact.
from Fortnite? Ooh.
Games for Impact. The thing here is, I know 2 of these games. I don't care about the other 4.
I know Life is Strange, but
Okay.
I've never played it.
Just for those listening, Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senuan Sagas, Hellblade 2, Tale of Kenzara Zao. Tales of Kenzara Zao is where my vote is going, because it is the one I heard the most about. It is the one that I was told was fucking fantastic for what it is.
Okay. I have not heard of it before, but
now, Hellblade 2, that is one I've heard about the first one, and the first one being great, but I've heard nothing about the second one.
Okay.
And then Life is Strange, for me, is just a tired concept. I don't like it. Fuck off. That's it.
I think each game was like a different power that it focuses upon.
Yeah.
But the actual Life is Strange series, as much as I want to play it, Double Exposure, it doesn't that mean it's like a wombo combo pack?
Seems like it, yeah. And then the other 3 I have no comment on because I've never heard of them or played them.
Yeah, now I'll pick Tales of, because
Kenzera.
Kenzera.
Yeah. Anyway, next.
Next, accessibility.
Skip. No, I have no opinion on this.
You know what?
Because
Prince of Persia, because it started giving people Prince of Persia for the second one.
You know what? Yeah, you're hitting a wider audience because there's now a new Prince of Persia. Congratulations.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
It's
go.
new accessible.
Like,
There you go.
I have no idea what Black Ops did for accessibility. I don't know what Diablo 4 did for accessibility. I know what Dragon Age did to hit a wider audience, which didn't work for it.
A little bit.
Yeah, did not work for it.
Right.
And then Star Wars Outlaws, I don't know what the fuck they did. Other than
Shouldn't
also
either.
not do well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't know what most of these did. Prince of Persia, a new breath of life into a dying IP. Yeah, you're hitting a wider audience.
And our hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, or content to help games be played or enjoyed by an even wider audience. Yeah, I'm sure the frame rate was great with Prince of Persia.
Yeah, exactly. We're good.
Yep, there we go.
Next one, best performance. I literally who's exactly.
Let's see, Rebirth, Life is Strange, Star Wars Outlaws, Silent Hill 2. I'll just give it to Luke Roberts.
No. Hummerly Gonzalez, damn it.
Yeah, and here I am giving it to Melina Jurgens.
Just because
I'm
she
giving
looks
it
the.
to. I'm basing it off of the game that they're associated with.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
okay.
same.
I was just going off of looks.
And that's
Yeah, that's
And
the
which one did you
performance.
say?
is the look.
I've never played any of these
George
games, so
was
it's
in-
like I can't decide. So
yeah,
yeah.
I haven't played any of them either, but because I've heard such good things about that first Senua's Sacrifice, not Senua's Saga, I feel like it
Look,
hopefully
I like
was good.
Latina women. I see a
know you
Latina
do.
woman, I vote.
All right, Shadow, shut up.
Hedgehog.
Next. Audio design.
Audio design.
I'm
Just-
giving it to Silent Hill 2 because it
I was-
definitely does a really good
Despite-
job.
I'm giving it to
at-
Senua's Saga because I'm assuming it is doing as good a job as the first one. Unironically, I'm
Well,
just assuming here
Okay, yeah. I mean,
because
Silent Hill
I've experienced
2's
none of these. I've experienced none of these.
I will say Silent Hill 2's audio design is very well done to keep it very nerve-wracking because you don't know what's around the corner and you're trying to use the audio sometimes. Like you'll use the radio to determine if there's an enemy nearby, but some enemies don't have that, so you got to really listen in for the other creaking, and the atmosphere that it provides for the oppressive nature of the game is very well done. I
That's-
will say.
That's very fair. And now we move on to best score in music. Smile.
Okay.
Hands
Sounds
down,
like-
Metaphor Refantasio for me, honestly.
I have not heard any of the music for that. I've heard the music for Silent Hill 2, but I don't think it's like amazing music that I'd listen to off the game. Stellar Blade, don't know anything about. Astrobot, no idea. I know I listen to the Final Fantasy VII battle music from time to time.
Ooh.
Exactly.
But yeah, Metaphor Refantasio for me. I love the music. I've heard of it. Everything else is kind of like, it's music. This is like, oh fuck yeah, I'm fighting Jod right now with my fisticuffs,
fighting.
brother.
You know what? I'll take your word for it.
It makes
I'll
you
vote it.
feel like you're doing something big
brother.
as you take your turn-based combat and go, I cast Fireball! And do 3 points of damage.
Fireball! Hiya! Okay, let's go with
Best
the
art direction. Never.
Elden Ring has the same art as the last Elden Ring, so I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
good
yeah,
art direction. Astrobot's cute. I mean, I like a lot of the way that they incorporate all the other games that they have in the Sony library to become
Yeah.
very cutesy robot
Yeah.
looking.
Also, Elden Ring does have a new art direction for it, which is very important to note. Like, yes,
Does it?
the actual style is the same, but the thematics of the area are completely different. It is a different direction for art while it is still using the same assets, essentially. Or same style of asset. It is going from golden glow to dreary, dark, and bloody. Or burning, I guess. Which is a weird combination, don't get me wrong. It is a different art direction
like that's
than
how
the base
it was
game.
at the towards the ending
Okay.
of my
Different,
Elden Ring
different
playthrough.
thing here. It is a different burning. It is burning with poison and blood versus burning with ash and war. While they are very similar concepts, they are different. And it was a very stark contrast.
Okay.
It basically went the opposite direction of the base game, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. You went from the dark and dreary to the light and gold versus going from the light and gold to the dark and dreary. Now, there are other aspects to it, too. Either way, don't believe it should be up here. Just want to be clear.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think it does anything new. I mean, for it. I mean, yeah, it's changing slightly from the game to the game, but the actual
It's a DLC.
style of it is
a
still
fucking DLC.
well, yeah, the style of it is still Elden Ring. Neva does look really good. Metaphor Refantasio, from what I've seen, the
It looks
art
like
style
Persona.
is very Persona-esque.
Yeah, it is nothing new, but the same can really be said about Black Myth Wukong as well. And
Yeah,
Astrobot.
that's what I was gonna say. Black Myth Wukong kind of gives that samey feel as like Batman Arkham
Sekiro.
Asylum.
I was going
Or
to say,
Sekiro.
Sekiro is where my brain was at.
I mean, both work where they try to take the concept, make it as realistic-y as they can with their art style, and it works well. Sekiro is probably a closer example to it than
And Astrobot is just a little big
Arkham.
planet.
I will say between Astrobot and Neva is where I kind of am leaning
Yeah.
towards.
It
I'm gonna
never reminds me of something, but I don't know what.
Yeah, Neva looks really good, and that's a close
Yeah.
second. I'm gonna go with
I-
Astrobot.
I
Honestly,
went with Never. George, what are you doing? Because you're not talking. You're making me sad here.
No, I was just listening to you guys talk.
George is being a bitch. George doesn't want to be here even less than don't want to be here somehow.
Art
Weird.
direction for.
Brother, pick one.
Black Myth Wukong.
Cringe. Moving on to best narrative. Best
Okay.
narrative, baby.
I did not play,
I'm
did not
once
play,
again
did not
voting
play, did not
Metaphor
play.
Refantasio.
Yeah,
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I've played
Just
all
to
the way
spite
through
Zoom.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2 doesn't fucking belong.
I
Spite
think
him.
it's remade well enough that it could.
Nothing has changed.
Just
It's pissing him
I
off.
don't know about that, so you know.
There's a few things they changed, but I have to
I
lean a little
would-
bit more towards
but
Zoom
in
to say that it
term-
wasn't enough to change the game from the
But
original
in
game.
terms,
Listen,
yeah, in
I
terms
would
of
accept.
narrative,
This is the
I
one
will
area I
agree.
would accept Final Fantasy Rebirth here.
Yeah.
Like that is the Silent Hill does not do enough. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I agree with you on that one. From what I've heard, the original and this is almost exactly the same narrative. So this is the one category for Silent Hill I will definitely say Silent Hill 2 should not really belong because it's running on the
Right.
same narrative. Yeah, they added 2 extra endings, but that's after a new game plus. Oh man, I aside from that, I don't know any of the narratives for the others. I just know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth completely deviates from the original Final Fantasy VII.
Listen, I just know every JRPG ever is going to fucking end up fighting God from being a middle school student. So it's the same story, but I fucking love it every time.
Oh yeah, because it makes you feel powerful.
It makes you feel like you've grown across the journey.
The only reason I'm going with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for narrative is because it has deviated and people still like it enough to bring it up. That's
right.
very hard to do with a beloved series where you can change it drastically and still have people enjoy it.
That is completely fair. Anyway, we got 2 more categories. 2 more. Best game direction and
2
then
more.
game of the year, baby.
All right,
2
best
more.
game direction.
Best
Black
game
Myth
direction
Wukong.
is Balatro.
Get the fuck out of here, Zoom.
No, here's the thing. Balatro.
No.
It chose a direction and fucking went for it. It went balls deep in that hole. It decided, I'm going to make 17 fucking generations of this game direction, and it did it.
Yeah, I have heard a little bit about the Balatro development cycle where they decided to not play any card games that are similar in any way, shape, or form to kind of build out their vision of the game. So I will give them that.
Like, it is a game that had whatever vision it was. They chose it, they went for it, they went balls deep on it. Astrobot is, like you said, it's after Astro's Playroom, and it decided to not be completely unique by including other games in it in a representation. Do not get me wrong, that is really cute, it is really cool, but it is not great game direction. It's a platformer at the end of the day. There's nothing ingenuitive about it, or new, or interesting. Wukong did some neat things. Don't get me wrong. But it is still following a very similar formula that has been done many, many times before, and it didn't innovate too much, which it's good. I believe that would be a solid second place. Metaphor Refantasio, it's JRPG.
It's another
It is
Persona game. You know?
it is standard JRPG. Final Fantasy VII, I don't got any comment on, and we all know Elden Ring here.
Yeah, I mean, Elden
Okay,
Ring
that's
does a
fine.
really good job for adding on to the story of Elden Ring. I will give it that. And they still managed to make it feel like Elden Ring. And for those that are diehard fight, Elden, uh, Elden Ring fans that like the difficulty, having it scale up a bit
Oh,
more, they love it. So it's like, okay, that's
thing
very well done with that.
I want to mention here. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Elden Ring might as well have, Shadow of the Erdtree might as well have just been a new game. It's got like 40 hours of content. There are 3 bosses you have to fight. 3. That
Yep.
is all of like 3 hours of content. I'm sorry. Just because there is 40 hours of content available to you does not mean it is a new game. And when most of that content
Right.
is literally just wander around the open map, maybe fight a guy,
Yeah.
like it is a good game. It is a good DLC. It is not a good game.
Yeah, well, again,
If you were to
game
hand that to me on
direction
my
was
own,
the
that
aspect, but
well, yeah, no, this is more just this is why people are saying it deserves to be in the Game Awards again for the DLC. Like, no, you do not understand. You do not understand. Yes, they added a bunch of stuff, but no, bad. Think better. Think harder. Think smarter.
And now for the final one,
Black Myth Wukong.
game of the year.
Which, unfortunately for you, George, I have to vote Balatro.
Well, that's crazy. Black
Yeah,
Myth Wukong.
no, I'm
Yeah.
with some. There's a
I'm
principle
done.
that I have. Um,
This,
this is a precedent ultimately.
yeah, this one, the fact that an indie dev made it into the nominees for it, I
And
think
They all are
like,
voting the underdog then.
yeah, basically.
I think it has earned, if it has earned its place among the nominees, I think it has earned its place as the victor. Considering that indie games have to be held to a higher goddamn standard for people to be like, that's a good fucking game.
Yeah.
AAA studios, they shit something out and people are like,
Yeah,
"Yay."
pretty much. I mean, Elden
Like,
Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, the Elden Ring series won last year, I think it was, or the year before that. And everyone knows of the name, and it's also produced by From Software and Bandai Namco, AAA kind of status. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Square Enix.
Square.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got Atlas with Metaphor Refantasio. You got Team Asobi. I think is still is not really a big name, but it's underneath Sony, which is the
they
big
had
thing.
big promotion stuff.
Yeah, and that's also kind of. And Black Myth Wukong is kind of in a similar boat where they had big promotion stuff, but
They had big
it's
promotion stuff partially because they also filled a void that had just been emptied
yeah. So
with Elden Ring and stuff.
so I'm fine with either Game Science or
Yeah,
Place
any of the
State
3 on the
winning.
left here, I think
Should
deserve
win.
victory.
Yeah. I'm
The
fine with
one
any
on the
of the
far
3 on the
right,
left.
Metaphor Refantasio, I can accept too, but Elden Ring, Final Fantasy, no.
Final Fantasy
But
VII Rebirth is very gray zone, but I'm leaning more towards your side some.
I was gonna say that's kind of
the
how I am
others.
with what I've been hearing about it being a very good like remaking of the story, a new essentially timeline and things like that. I'm like, I'm warming up to the idea of it being here. I am, but either way, I'm still leaning towards. Really.
Yeah, that it shouldn't. Yeah, and Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree really does not belong in game of the year.
DLC does not need to be
It's
there.
DLC. It does not belong here.
And I already just made my point in the last screen about it did not. It added a bunch of empty space and a few neat things.
Game of the year, apparently.
That's
Or
like
daughter,
saying
at least.
Minecraft deserves Game of the Year because, wow, they added axolotls.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea when they added axolotls, just to be clear.
That was a
Neither
while
do
ago.
I, dude.
All right,
All right,
so
we're
yeah.
done.
that's our Game of the Year picks. Black
Yay,
Myth
Game
Wukong
of
and
the Year.
Balatro.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is game of the year, everybody. Now, to talk about the future, Rabbit, who do you
Yeah.
think deserved to win here?
George.
George, who do you think deserved to win here?
Rabbit, what?
All right, George, I'm gonna ask you. Pick a number 1 to 1,000.
500.
Rabbit, pick a number 1 to 1,000.
501.
George, I'm sorry to tell you, you're the next host.
Okay, I'll take it.
I mean, you literally gave Rabbit a 50-50.
Yeah, I did.
And just to be clear, the number was very childish.
Yeah.
The number was very
figured.
childish. I did pick 420.
Wow. Okay. All right.
But anyway,
I'll be the host
George,
next time.
victory
Next week.
speech.
Yeah. I got nothing. You know, this was an interesting game of the year thing that we did again, and I don't know. Like, yeah,
I
Elden Ring should not be there.
hosted. Agreed.
That's my thing. Yeah, that's my speech.
Anyway, Rabbit, loser speech. All right, that's enough time with that.
Okay. You're right.
Anyway, this has been the funny infinite nonsense thing, and this was sadly my episode. I'm sorry, everybody.
I had a good time.
I'm the funny bunny man. That's the rabbit-hatted man, and that's the Grand Canyon right next to me. You know, everybody say bye.
George to Grand Canyon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.